so let's bring in the footage we just made. 4, and I'll just drag that straight onto here. Now, what I'm going to do is we're also going to bring in a little pattern interrupt here. So I'm going to move that back a little bit and going to bring in our vintage piece of footage and drop that right in between. This will just break up the production a little bit. And what I also want to do here is go to our images and let's bring a couple of these bubbles in. So for this I'll go back to the media, pull, drop them into there. Now go back to our editing area and just have a quick look at the end of this. And play that through. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple of things with this bit of footage. First of all, I'm going to increase its size so we can lock these together or lock them or unlock them, which means if I zoom the X, it will just stretch it out, likewise, and if we lock them, then it'll move everything out. Now this bit of footage was just really interesting because it's obviously vintage, old time, and one girl just looks like, this girl here looks like she's saying something that this one here isn't too happy about. That's the way I interpret it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put a couple of talking, going to put a talk bubble of what she's saying, and then we're going to put a thought bubble of what she's thinking. Ultimately, this is a very short clip. So what we're going to do is we're going to freeze it right at about there. Now, this is quite easy to do too. First thing we need to do is right mouse click, retime controls. And now we have our little arrows. This allows us to speed up, slow down the footage. I'm going to just click on the 100% there, add a speed point, and now I'm going to click on this 100% there and click freeze frame. Okay, so all this section in here is going to be frozen. So now that when we go back and have a look at it, and we'll just let the 4 bubbles go there, and she goes. Now that will end up still being a little short, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to reverse the clip at this point. So I'll just bring that back there. Now what I don't want is the freeze again. So what we're going to do here is clear the speed points. And clear the speed points and return this to 100%. And then right mouse click, change clip speed and reverse the clip speed. So when they come out, and they're actually backwards, but you can't really tell, and then we'll just fade that out. There's a little cross dissolve there. Okay, so what we now want is a bubble. Go back to here. And we'll drop. She's saying something, so we'll drop what she's going to say about there. So we'll click on this, got our transform button highlighted, and just pop this up here, and we'll have her saying something like, he asked me out on a date, which she's not too happy about. So go in here, go back down to our text, add the text on top. Now it's white, which we don't want, we want black. Go back here, make it black, and drag it up. Here we can just decrease the text size, and alternatively we can also decrease the entire zoom. Okay, so okay, right, center that, bring this back down, bring the font size back down a little bit, and that's just her saying a little smirk on her face, and a little question mark. Whoops, let's put a question mark. And right at this point, we will just pull this back. And what we'll also do is bring in the thought bubble of the other girl. Once again, just decrease the size of that, and what we can do is we can just copy the text from the original, our first input. Just drop this back over here and select that. Okay, so here's our little pattern interrupt. This might keep the production a little bit more interesting. What we'll quickly do is we'll just add some fade text. But at any rate, we'll just fade that out and in, and we'll have a quick look at this. Okay, we can obviously bring her in talking a little bit earlier. There to there, grab both of those, drag them up here, and let's see how the timing of that works. Okay, now I'll leave that section there, and what we're going to do next is work just with a couple of images and a couple of little editing techniques you can use just to basically add a little bit more production value to any screenshots and any screen recordings.